Welcome back. So it's been a struggle lately. I've been trying to catch fish in salt water. All I've caught so far is that tiny little catfish. Been going down a couple times a week down to the dock, not catching anything. Brought my kayak out last weekend, didn't catch anything. Getting hits, but can't catch any fish. As you guys know, fishing was very slow my last couple weeks in Western New York as well. I only really had that one good day so far in 2018, and that was like the first week of January. So I'm getting sick of going fishing and not catching anything. So today we're gonna switch things up and we're actually going to go geocaching. Show you the plan real quick. Plan is geocaching and fishing. I hope to fish at least as it starts getting dark. Crazy to me how many people, especially fishermen, don't know about geocaching because it's actually one of the main ways I find fishing spots in new areas. On Google Maps, like this body of water here doesn't even show up green, so you don't know if it's public or not. Turns out it is surrounded by geocaches though, so I know that this is going to be a public body of water, and finding the geocaches is also, it's going to allow me to walk around the pond, and it's a great way to kill two birds with one stone because you're finding geocaches and you're scouting new fishing spots. Also, if you go further down the road, there's a bunch of canals that have geocaches along them as well. I know like spillways along canals is a popular way to catch bass and even some saltwater fish that move inland here in southern Florida. So this is going to help me locate some of those spots, geocaching. So that's the plan. And the good news is I should get content geocaching today, even if I don't catch any fish. All right, got the GPS, got our camera gear, fishing stuff. I think we're good to go. And by the way, check it out. Check out how clean Mackenzie is right now. Mackenzie is my car. Just got everything wiped down and vacuumed out this week. This is the cleanest my car has been in a very, very long time. My life's been so chaotic lately with moving different places, and of course, the sub-zero temperatures in Western New York make cleaning your car not easy, so it's nice to finally have a clean car. Also got the new air freshener in here. My car, for the first time, doesn't smell like fish and dead animals. So yeah, it's nice. I think I can finally maybe have some Florida girls in here. Made it to the pond. We are in the parking lot. Check it out. Nobody is here. We are here all alone. That's perfect for filming. This could be somebody's secret fishing spot or just Saturday and nobody's here. This is probably somebody's secret fishing pond. I found it first 2 weeks in southern Florida because of geocaching. So that's pretty freaking cool. No alcohol, swimming, motorized vehicles. Area closes sunset to sunrise. Check it out. There's a kayak launch here. And nothing about not fishing. We have ourselves a kayak launch. Perfect, man. This is not even 10 minutes from my house. This is about a 7-minute ride. Perfect. We have our freshwater fishing spot. But anyway, the reason we are here is not just to scope out fishing spots, of course. It is also to geocache. So let's start finding some of these here geocaches. Birds hanging out down here, which means there must be fish hanging out down here. I see fish. I see fish. Yes. Yes. Check it out. So many bait fish. This is going to be a good bank fishing spot right here, folks. When the water's high, there's going to be a nice little spillway. In Florida, cast nets are legal. I could throw a cast net in here and get so many bait fish so quickly. See, folks, this is why you geocache. When you're a fisherman, this is why you geocache. You find places like this. Now I got a place I can get free bait. How freaking cool. Free bait, and I think this is going to be a good spot for fishing, too. All right, the GPS it's having a hard time today, but it just beeped. Just beeped. That means the geocache is not far. Geocache must be in this area here, and this is swampland back here, which is kind of free. Oh, I see it. I see the geocache. Okay, cool. It's kind of freaked out there for a second because it's like I'm not going back in that swamp, man. I know enough about Florida to know you don't want to run through a swamp in shorts. All right. I don't know how to get this. Oh, this should just swing right out of here, hopefully. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot a pen. I am so dumb. Why do I always do this? This isn't the first time I've done this. Well, we found the geocache. There's the logbook. Of course, I don't have a pen to write in it. Well, before we go the whole way around this pond, I decided to run back to the car and grab a pen so we can fill out the logbooks of all the other geocaches. And these trails are on a loop, so we're going to go the opposite way now. And then that way we'll be able to fill out that logbook on the geocache that we didn't fill out on the way back. And there's also a geocache right here in the parking lot. I forgot to punch this one in first. So let's see if we can find this one. It says I'm right on top of it right here. It's got to be right under one of these rocks, right by the car here. Again, if you're a geocacher, there's going to be spoilers in this video, so be aware of that. Whoop, no, we're getting farther from it. Did I park on top of it? It's taking me right to the car. Alright. It's around here somewhere. Speaking of nets, I don't know what kind of... Is this a cast net? It's a really crappy cast net. Oh, this looks suspicious. This looks darn suspicious. There it is! Alright, we've got our geocache right by the parking lot. I was gonna say, that log right there. Somebody placed that log there. Here's our little tiny log book. Alrighty, second Florida geocache in the books. My gosh, this is a milestone moment. That's my first Florida alligator. I see my first ever Florida alligator. How cool. This here is my first ever Florida alligator. That is the first alligator I've seen in the wild. It's just a little guy. I mean, not scary at all. I could catch that thing if I wanted to. I'm obviously not going to, but yeah, cool. Cool. My first ever Florida alligator. I knew it was just a matter of time before I finally saw one. Well, there's my first big Florida alligator. It scared the crap out of me. I just scared him off the bank. Sizely Florida alligator just scared the crap out of me. He's hanging out on the bank, and I am geocaching along the bank here. Curious little green heron. Seeing all sorts of wildlife today. Florida is just full of wildlife. Here come some birds. I don't know what kind of birds those are. I don't know anything about the wildlife in this area yet, man. I'm trying to take it all in, but... There's another canal thing that looks like it could be good fishing. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Something's over there, and it's very upset. There it goes. I have no idea. I don't think that's a bittern. Maybe that is a bittern. I don't know what the heck that thing is. Here comes some other bird. So much wildlife out here. It's crazy. I got stuff all upset. There's so many birds back here. Well, Mr. Hawk here is after something. Really should have brought my camcorder with me, but there's a great white heron. I don't believe that we have those in western New York, where I am from. I've seen them before here in Florida, but they're neat. They're just like great blue herons, only white. Florida bald eagle flying away. No idea what kind of birds these things are. They're cool looking. They're probably some kind of exotic. I don't know. They don't look native. Maybe they are. I don't know. Who knows? Some kind of... I don't know. I don't know how to describe them. What does that look like? Looks like a crazy looking white bird. Alright, well, something is definitely still not right with this thing. This thing is telling me that the geocache is way off somewhere where it's not. But that's why you got your phone and the Cache app as a backup. So this thing's saying I'm right near it. Nope, going away from it. Whoop. Looks like it might be in... Should be on this tree right here, according to this. See a little green thing on here. That is not a geocache. Ah, there it is. Alright. Okay, cool. We found our third Florida geocache. Alright, well, we signed our logbook. Now it's time to put it back. Where was it hanging from? There's the thingy. Tons of fishermen walk past this thing, I'm sure, every year and have no idea it's there. Well, the GPS just beeped. You know what that means? That means we're near the geocache. Once you learn the ropes of geocaching, I don't know, finding these things becomes a lot easier. In the beginning, it can be challenging, though, especially when you don't know what the geocaching containers look like, especially micros. They can be, I mean, it's crazy how well hidden things can be in absolutely plain sight. I don't see the geocache over here. This one's been giving me a run for my money here. There it is. Alright, guess it wasn't under that rock. Wow, this isn't something we have in New York. That's one big snail. Some darn big snails in the Adirondacks, but man, that's ooh, smells gross. What is this? Something's going on back here. I don't know if this is used by the water authority for something or what. Back in here though. Hopefully this isn't like freaking bees or something. What the heck is this? What am I looking at? I have no idea what this is. Oh shit, it is bees. Alright, that's interesting. Cool. Well, I found a bee's nest thing. I've never seen a bee hive thing like that in Western New York, I guess. Alright, well there's my really stupid moment of the day. The reason I started coming back here was actually to check things out for fishing. I don't know if I want to be that close to an active beehive though. That's the geocache we were after. I don't know why this sucker didn't beep. It's right there in the corner. Alright, geocache is right along here somewhere. Imagine it being one of these trees over here. Nice to get out of the sun and look for geocaches. Ooh, there it is. There it is. That's a big one. So it might have some tradables in it. Neato. Neato cool. Sounds like some tradables. I don't have anything to trade, but there are tradables in it. Yeah, I don't have anything with me to trade. There's nothing in there that I'd really want anyway. What's that keychain say? Some McDonald's toys and stuff. I don't feel like unhooking this thing from whatever it's hooked on, so I'm not gonna... Oh, actually, I like these things. I've got one of these things. It's a lottery ticket scraper. That's what that is. I already have one of those, though, so, yeah. Anyway, that's all that's in there. I'm not gonna take the whole thing apart and see everything that's in there, because I don't care that much, but get this sucker back. 5th Florida geocache, I believe this is. 5th or 6th. I'm losing count here. It's on the GPS. I think this is 5th. Cool, cool. Alright, well down here's the geocache from earlier. We're just remembering to put our name in it. I think it was on this tree, right? Wasn't it on this tree? Yeah, there it is. Well, according to this thing, and this thing, the next geocache is actually down here. So this could get interesting. This is a different type of environment down here for sure. Gotta watch out for snakes in here. Oop, lizards. So weird, man. I've never seen a lizard before, but since I've been here in Florida, there's just lizards everywhere. I've seen 15 bajillion. We've about made it to the end of this here journey. Something's back there. In any event, this is kind of freaky, because this is like Wild Hog 101 habitat here. Anyway, let's try and get this geocache. It's right out there somewhere near that telephone pole, looks like. See, here's where geocaching isn't always as easy as it looks. Unfortunately, I went the wrong way. I came out to the street, and I should have bushwhacked through there, because the geocache is in there somewhere. Ugh. Alright, well, let's head back into the brush over here. Try and find this dang geocache. And we're finding more secret fishing spots, though. I mean, this is a little... I don't know if I would have ever found this spot right here. Look at this. There's a little... This is like a drainage thing here. There could be some fish hanging out here. Cool. Somebody made a little path out to it as well. That's deep enough to hold some bass. There could be some big old bass in here. And or snakehead. Not seeing any obvious things. Well, maybe it's not on this big tree. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Geocache, geocache, where art thou? It says I'm on top of it right here. Could it be in this thing? No way. Alright. I mean, it's right on top of this thing, but I don't see anywhere where anybody stuffed the geocache in this thing. I guess we'll come back to this thing later if I can't find it. Where the heck is this thing? I found it! I found it! Alright. It didn't have anything to do with that white stupid flag. Really got that thing camouflaged good, that's for sure. Oh, crap. That's not good. Some tradables in this one too, cool. What is this? Garage door opener? Oh no, it's one of those hat light. Cap light. Something I could use. I could use some of the things in here. A top down there too. A top, some animal rings, for kids. And this actually looks like it hasn't been used. No batteries in it. Boy, I'd trade for this if I had something to trade. Anyway, I guess I could leave the pen, because this is the last geocache in this spot. Nah, that's worth more than a pen. We'll leave it for somebody else. Let's get this cap before we forget about it. Alright, well, that's the last geocache at this pond. We knocked out 6 of our 10. I think I'm going to head down the road and hit those geocaches at those canals. I think we're going to go continue to geocache, try and get our 10, and then head back here at prime time, right when the sun starts going down, things start getting dark and cooling off, and I think the bass might become active. Check out a crab. I don't think I've ever seen a freshwater crab before. Actually, I don't think I've seen a crab in the wild before. Again, we don't have crabs in New York State, at least not. Maybe on the coast, on Long Island or something, but not where I'm from. Hey, buddy. Finally got one that's going to hold still for me. These are the lizards that you see all over the place here in Florida. That was definitely a fishing spot, but there's a geocache under there. Let's go find it. There's a giant snake right there, and that bull over there is not happy. This is a sketchy geocache, I'm not going to lie. There's snakes down here. There's a very unhappy bull. Never been charged by a bull geocaching. I have been charged by a bull trout fishing in western New York. A couple of my favorite trout streams are in bull pastures. I should have my hiking boots on for this. It says right on top of it, so the geocache has got to be right around here somewhere. Kind of sketchy flipping over rocks in here because there's snakes. I saw that big snake right off the bat. It says that I'm dead on top of it. There's so many places to hide a geocache down here though. I have no idea. It could be anywhere in these rocks. Well, I really wanted to go 10 for 10 today, but I just don't have all day to spend digging through freaking snake habitat looking for this stupid thing. First geocaching fail to find of the day. Who knows, man. They have geocaches that look like rocks nowadays. I could have been looking right at the thing. I'm sure I'd find it if I kept looking for it, but I don't know. I don't want to dedicate more than a half an hour to each one of these caches because we want to get fishing again tonight too. Well, it seems like the obvious place for the next geocache. Oh, I see it. I was gonna say, we gotta be in the right spot. Cool. Alright, well. We are 7 for 8. I will say this here geocache does blend in pretty well right there. I mean, I moved this looking for it. I literally was looking right at the thing and didn't see it. It's amazing how well these things can blend in. Now, that is more like it. Check it out also. We found the geocache. This one was an easy one to find. Found super quick. This is more what we were looking for. That's the type of canal that I wanted to see. Doesn't mean there's fish in it, but looks like there could be. Alright, yeah, it looks kind of shallow here. If I was bored, I could try fishing here, but sun's starting to go down, and I want to try fishing that pond. I think is probably a better prospect than here. So we're going to go ahead and put this here geocache back and move on. Alright, well, good news and bad news. Yes, I'm vlogging and driving. Good news is the last geocache that I went to get, it was at an intersection of 2 different canals, and there's a guy fishing there. So it looks like that there's some sort of fish in there and you are allowed to fish there. Bad news is the rule with geocaching is you never want other people to know where geocaches are. And so maybe he was a fellow geocacher, I don't know. I probably could have gotten out and geocached and it would have been fine. But the rule with geocaching is you want to be sneaky. You don't want to alert muggles as to what it is that you're doing. You know, when it's getting dark, I decided not to bother going for that geocache. So yeah, we're going to head back to that pond. We've got about a little over an hour before dark, so I want to head back to that pond anyway and get to fishing. So we got 8 geocaches today. I'm pretty happy. 8 geocaches for a couple hours. That's a pretty good mark. Today's been a pretty darn successful day so far. We found what appears to be a gem of a pond. We got 8 geocaches. And we found 2 fishing spots on the canals. Now it's time to finally wet a line and see if we can catch a fish in fresh water here in Florida. This pond, it's gotta have bass in it. We're just gonna go around and hit the spots I saw geocaching. We don't have a ton of time. We've got a little bit over an hour. That's why I quit geocaching a little bit early. I didn't get my 10, but we got 8, and I'm just excited to finally fish freshwater. I missed it. That's the first decent sized fish I've hooked in Florida so far. What was that? Oh, he bit me good too. I didn't quite get a hard enough hook set. Bit so early. That was good size too, whatever it was. I'm guessing it was a bass, but who knows. Alright, he hit again. He hit again. He hit again. I'm not gonna miss him this time. No! Crap, broke me off. Set the hook a little bit too hard that time. Only got an 8-pound leader on there. Might have been a snakehead or something with teeth. Freaking A. Florida's kicking my butt, guys. It's kicking my freaking butt. Can't catch a fish anywhere. So yeah, so the line broke where I tied my leader. My leader broke right there, so it didn't bite me off. It's a big ass freaking bass. And this all started too because I don't have my 15-pound test fluorocarbon. I forgot to put back in my car after unloading and organizing everything. If I had my 15-pound test fluoro, instead of only using an 8-pound test leader, I'd have had that thing. Alright, well, this place, you're supposed to be out of here at sunset. It's sunset, so leaving Florida once again. Empty freaking hand. Not leaving Florida. Leaving another day of fishing in Florida. Shut out. That bass that I missed, I could tell was a big one. I did have one other nibble on the jig that I missed. I could tell was a small one. So frustrated. I just want to catch a fish. It's been so long that I've caught something decent sized. I'm putting so much time fishing and not catching anything. It's really starting to make me mad. So I'm glad I geocached today instead of fishing. Fishing's just making me mad. And really, the reason why I missed that fish, I don't think it was even that I necessarily set the hook too hard. It's the fact that I'm simply using too light of a leader. I didn't bring any of my bass leader material with me. All I had with me was steelhead leader material still in my tackle bag. I had a light 8-pound test leader on here. These two, my two bait caster rods, I just tied on straight braid. Sometimes the fish are line shy. I knew they might be line shy today, so I decided to tie that stupid steelhead leader onto here. And wouldn't you know, it broke off on me. So yeah, that's the story of today. I'm frustrated, but at least I found some new fishing spots. So this is going to set me up for the rest of my time here. I've got a place where I can bass fish. I saw an alligator today. That was cool. Saw lots of wildlife. So much more wildlife in Florida than Western New York. It's crazy. Next time I come here, hopefully we'll catch some fish.